Welcome to the Indio State of the City. My name is Eric Bessero, Chair of the Indio Chamber of Commerce. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise and direct your attention to your monitor for the National Anthem sung by Indio High School senior Nicolasa Ramirez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We are thrilled that you are joining us today, as one of the Chamber's main objectives is to provide accessibility and education to local, state, and regional leaders. As part of the ongoing commitment, we are pleased to present the annual City Update in partnership with the City of Indio. The Indio Chamber of Commerce was founded in 1947, and for over 70 years has worked to represent, promote, and strengthen the local business community. We are proud of our legacy within the City of Indio, our relationship with our city staff and elected officials, and most of all, we are proud of the community we are blessed to serve. Through our partnership with the Greater Coachella Valley Chamber of Commerce, our 5 other participating local chambers, tribal partners, and the County of Riverside, our local chamber continues to serve the community of Indio with the business advocacy, community events, and support for the local economy. I would like to recognize my fantastic team of local professionals that serve with me on the local Indio Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, all of which are hard to support our local business community. Christine Beal, Signature Party Rentals; Eric Besserell, Coachella Food Truck Park; Gerardo Blue, Gap Signs; Rodney Chalmers, Seacon Management; Rick Kubas, Preferred Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing; Karina Elzy, California Bank and Trust; Denise Fleet, Desert Sun Media Group; Rudy Gutierrez, RG and at Staffing; Sandy Lee Harden, The Lock Shop; Fernando Herrera, New Journey Cremation LLC; Gary Lopez, G. Aries Divisions; Tony Merrihew, Chandi Group USA; Melanie Perez, SBF Payroll Coachella Valley Branch; Ron Phillips, Martinez Desert Theater Works; Warren Pulley, White Rhino Group Inc.; Heather Ramirez, Heather Creates; Ramiro Ramirez, First Bank; Jerry Tack, Gallery Homes. Thank you to the Indio Board for all your hard work and dedication this year. I would now like to welcome the Greater Coachella Valley Chamber of Commerce Chair Board, Jeff Levine, with Asher and Asher Consulting.
Thank you. My name is Jeff Levine, and I'm Vice President and Director of Client Services for Asher and Asher Consulting, an advertising agency here in the Coachella Valley. It is a pleasure to be here with you as the Chair of the Greater Coachella Valley Chamber of Commerce. I also want to thank the Indio Chamber Board for their work and support of the local Indio business community. Our chamber is also supported by a great group of volunteers at the regional level. And I'd like to introduce the Greater Coachella Valley Chamber's Regional Executive Board of Directors for the 2020-2021 operating year. Valerie Ward, Secretary, Burtech Waste and Recycling Services. Rich Ramhoff, Treasurer, Desert Regional Medical Center, a part of Desert Care Network. Jay Chesterson, Vice Chair, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, Cabazon Band of Mission Indians. Carmen Contreras, Chair-Elect, State Farm Insurance, Carmen Contreras. Tony Merrihew, Past Chair, Chandi Group, USA, and yours truly, Jeff Levine, Chair, Asher and Asher Consulting. We'd also like to thank all of the Greater Coachella Valley Chamber of Commerce at-large board members, and a special thank you and recognition for all of our elected leaders that are with us today. Thank you for your service. We'd like to offer a special thanks to all of our sponsors. Without the strong financial support of our members and sponsors, the Chamber would not be able to provide the multitude of services we provide. Title sponsor number one, our first title sponsor, Iehp, Inland Empire Health Plan.
Hello, Indio. My name is Jared McNaughton, and I'm the CEO of Inland Empire Health Plan. And we are so honored to be a sponsor for this year's State of the City event. You know, Iehp is one of the top 10 largest Medicaid health plans and the largest not-for-profit Medicare/Medicaid plan in the United States. Our mission is to heal and inspire the human spirit, and we are so pleased that we can partner with you folks to be a longtime supporter of the City of Indio. In fact, in the past 20 years, we've participated in the annual Tamale Festival, numerous community health fairs, supported a wealth of community clinics, multiple school-related activities, and even brought our game show Healthy Spin to the Date Festival back in 2014. In addition, we continue to facilitate activities like the Inland Empire Disabilities Collaborative meetings, the California Care Force event offering free care regardless of documentation status, and the annual Migrant Program Health Conference, a resource fair that highlights the local federally qualified health center clinics. As a health plan, we want you to know that it is our top priority for our more than 200 providers in Indio to offer the very best care to the 34,000 members who live in the City of Indio. Thank you so much for allowing us to be part of Indio's past, present, and future. It is such a joy to partner with you.
And our second title sponsor is Cabazon Band of Mission Indians.
The Cabazon Band of Mission Indians, or CBMI, is proud to be the title sponsor for the 2020 Indio State of the City virtual address. In a year that has presented unprecedented health and economic challenges for the residents throughout the Coachella Valley, CBMI has worked diligently to ensure the well-being of its more than 900 full and part-time workers and the community at large. Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, an essential business of CBMI, remains the city's largest employer, one of the Coachella Valley's most popular destinations, and one of Riverside County's largest revenue generators. With strong leadership from Chairman Doug Wellmus and the Tribal Council, CBMI will continue to lead the way responsibly toward a more prosperous 2021, with the full understanding that people are the most valuable resource.
And our presenting sponsor is the City of Indio. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, Altura, AT&T, Burtech Waste and Recycling Services, California Bank and Trust, Chandi Group USA, Coachella Valley History Museum, Coachella Valley Rescue Mission, Desert Care Network, Desert Urgent Care, Fiesta Ford and Palm Springs Motors, Pueblo Viejo Grill, SoCal Gas Company, State Farm Insurance, Carmen Contreras, and West Coast Cannabis Club. Thank you again for your generous support. We really appreciate it. And now comes the start of the fun. We'll continue our program with honoring local businesses and community members. I will start with our first honoree today. Small Business of the Year, Taquiza El Rey, Anthony Rojas, CB Food Truck, Eric Becerril, for the collaboration in organizing a mass meal preparation and distribution to first responders in multiple cities. This collaboration included 20 plus caterers and restaurants allowing use of their equipment and kitchens for the undertaking of a 3-week period. This organization gathered more than 45 volunteers in a combined effort of collecting provisions, delivering and preparing and cooking the meals. So we want to say congratulations to Taquiza El Rey and CB Food Trucks on your recognition for Small Business of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you. Just wanted to say thank you, of course, to CV Food Trucks. Big thank you to the chamber as well. Rebecca Rizzo, of course, all the volunteers, couldn't have done it without them. Multiple friends, also the small businesses, catering, Lynn, Straight and Marrow, Fat Boy Tacos, Experimental Concepts, a bunch of people who I met for the very first time, some volunteers. Thank you, everybody that was involved. Could not have done it without any of you. Thank you.
I just want to say, honestly, it's great to work with Anthony, and it really was the volunteers, Lynn with Straight and Marrow, Experimental Concepts, SA Floral Designs, that really, and everybody else that volunteered, Fat Boy Tacos, that really made this this big movement with the food community and helping the first responders. So thank you, Anthony, for really pushing this and making this happen, and we look forward to doing larger and bigger things the next upcoming year.
Now I'd like to bring back Eric Besserell to help assist with giving the rest of our awards. Congratulations again, Eric, on your award.
Community Outreach Program of the Year. The Indio Senior Center for the distribution of care packages, resources, and support services to our elderly and disabled during the pandemic. While the center was closed due to the governor's orders, this organization continued to deliver a continuity of care to our city residents. More than 1,800 care packages were distributed during this time. These packages contained face masks, food, first aid kits, and sanitizer. Most importantly, these kits contained activity items that they would normally use at their center, such as crossword puzzles, crochet items, and magazines. Thank you to the Indio Senior Center for caring after our seniors and disabled residents. Congratulations, Sylvia Argelia, on our recognition as Community Outreach Program of the Year.
Well, thank you very much. It was our pleasure. Our seniors a lot of times are the forgotten people, and so we wanted to make sure, because I deal with them every day, we wanted to make sure that they had a little bit of something going on for them, considering if this has been hard for us, I can only imagine for our seniors that are unable to leave their house in the first place, and now not to be able to see any of their friends or to be able to talk to anybody. So we were just trying to bring a little bit of something into their lives. It was our pleasure. I'm very honored that that this has been given to us for doing something that came straight from our heart. And we do appreciate it. And we will continue to do our very best to keep our seniors informed. We have so many other projects that we're doing to continue to do this until this pandemic is over. We just want to make sure that we're in touch with everyone through all of this, that they know that their senior center is there for them. Even though we're closed, we still are there for you guys in any way that we can. And we will continue to do that throughout the year and throughout forever. We will continue to do that. And I thank you very much. This is a great honor and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Spirit of Indio Award. Today we recognize the Desert Sands Unified School District educators of their adaptation to the abrupt teaching shift during COVID. We recognize that there have been hours of training and preparation to lead our students on a modified teaching and learning plan for the 2021 school year. This never-before platform of delivering education has affected students, teachers, and families in many ways. However, the educators of this district have leaned forward and embraced this challenge. Their dedication and commitment in teaching our children remains the forefront of the personal mission. We thank you for your continued investment in our future, our children. To accept the award, we have with us Rina Gonzalez Alisi, President of the Desert Sands Unified School District Teachers Association. Congratulations, Desert Sands Unified School District educators, on your recognition for the Spirit of Indio Award.
Congratulations.
The 1,350 plus Desert Sands educators are humbled to be recognized, and we are proud to accept this award from the City of Indio's Chamber of Commerce. This has been a very difficult experience for all of us, unlike any we have ever dealt with in our careers. When we made the decision to become a teacher, many of us at a young age, lining up our stuffed animals to take attendance or forcing our siblings to be our students and pay attention to a lesson, we never in a million years expected to be teaching during a pandemic. However, our students are the focus of everything we do. Our students deserve to continue to receive a quality education. Our students are the reason we go above and beyond the call of duty. Our students will continue to get the best version of us we have to offer. I have seen firsthand the amazingly innovative technological setups that educators have assembled in an effort to give the best experience possible to their students. As badly as parents and students wish we were back in the classroom, so do educators. We miss the hugs and the high fives. We miss seeing a student's face light up when they begin to understand a concept. We miss hearing their laughter in the hallways and out on the playground. We will be back in the classroom as soon as it is safe for students and staff to do so. The present situation is not permanent. I look forward to the day when we can all return to normal. Thank you again for recognizing the hard work we do every day for the children of our community.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nonprofit of the Year, Sikh Temple Gurdwara Sahib of Indio, for the distribution of 2,000 plus meals each occasion, on multiple occasions, to residents in all cities of the Coachella Valley. As families drove up, they were asked how much they needed. It didn't matter what the response was, the families were given more than asked for. At the time, there was very much limited supply of lentil, rice, and beans. Temple members traveled far and wide, well outside the Coachella Valley, to secure provisions for these donation events. Each distribution was also accompanied with free mass for each family. Accepting the Nonprofit of the Year is President Harbinder Sai of Sikh Temple Gurdwara Sahib. Thank you, Sikh Temple, for your community effort.
I want to say thank you to the Greater Coachella Valley Chambers for this award. What we do is not for the recognition, but is appreciated. When COVID became an issue and people were afraid for their jobs and their families, our Sikh community came together to help however we can. If you give money, some might not have a place to cook or store food, but the meal is something that can be eaten right away and give happiness. Altogether, we appreciate close to 30,000 meals that were shared all over the valley. Hospital workers, fire departments, city staff, farm workers and families, and park and a neighborhood. When COVID is gone, all are welcome to come and share in hospitality at our Gurdwara Sahib Indio. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of this year's award recipients. And now I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Glenn Miller to please welcome and present this year's Mayor's Award.
When the pandemic first hit, it was like a shockwave. We all braced for what was to come without any indication of what was involved or how long it was going to last. As Mr. Rogers said, we looked for the helpers, but we didn't need to look for Destiny Church. They were there from the beginning. In fact, pre-pandemic, they were already working year-round to support other agencies. Many people do not realize Destiny Church not only feeds their congregation spiritually, they feed the spirit of our entire community through service from donations to community organizations like Fine Food Bank, to free labor and volunteerism, to literally feeding 23,000 families in need since March. Pastor Obed Martinez and those who work with him at Destiny have made sure that our frontline workers, people who work at the gas stations, our farm workers, at our grocery stores and our hospitals, know that they are supported by putting together 66,000 nutritional bags and care packages. They also trained local government leaders on how to reach their community, have grown their own congregation by nearly a third, and have also offered the use of their state-of-the-art studios to film more than 100 messages for other churches. and they're accomplishing all this and so much more despite not meeting in person. For those reasons and so many more, I am honored to present Pastor Obed Martinez and the entire Destiny Church congregation with the 2020 Mayor's Award for the City of Indio. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you, Mayor Glenn, for the prestigious award that you gave Destiny. And thank you for the City of Indio for being such a great example and a model of a great community. Well, here at Destiny, we did it. We pivoted like most people. And what we did is we decided to be really the hands and feet of Jesus. We have a saying around here that says, find a need and feel it, find a hurt and heal it.
And, you know, we just saw just this opportunity to bring hope. And we just looked around the community and just saw so many of us who were looking for hope in the midst of just fear coming in. And we just saw this opportunity where we could come in and help feed the community.
Yeah, and from feeding the farmers to our first responders to being in every single hospital every single week, it was more than just delivering food. It's exactly what Lisette said. It was delivering hope.
Yeah.
And it was the smile on the faces that mattered the most that was overcoming the fear of this pandemic.
I can remember when we first started, my kids, we all went together and we got to meet, you know, the manager at the grocery store, and we just saw them light up and say, you have no idea how you bless us. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to be such a part of the community.
And being a blessing really to those who need it every single day. So on the behalf of our dream team here at Destiny Church, our thousands of members across 3 campuses, and all of our staff, we want to congratulate Destiny Church with you being the hands and feet of Jesus, responding to the call in the midst of a pandemic. You showed this community what can happen when people put faith and hope together. So on the behalf of Destiny Church, this is Obed and Lisette. I want to thank you so much for honoring us with this great award. Be blessed.
We will now start our Indio State of the City address. Before we start, I'd like to take a moment to tell you a little bit about Mayor Glenn Miller. Glenn A. Miller is the 3-time mayor of the largest city in the Coachella Valley, who has called the desert home for more than 30 years. In addition to Mayor Miller's duties in Indio, he is also the district director for California State Senator Melissa Melendez for the 28th Senate District. Mayor Miller presently serves as chairman or president of Indio's agencies, including Indio Water Authority, Public Financing Authority, and the successor agency to the City of Indio's Redevelopment Agency. He's also on the board of directors of the California Joint Powers Insurance and executive board of the Sunlight Transit Agency, Coachella Valley Association of Government, and East Valley Reclamation Authority, Joint Powers Authority. Mayor Miller is also a certified golf course and landscape irrigation and golf course irrigation auditor who has built and maintained such prestigious golf courses as the Indian Wells Golf Resort and the Mountain and Dunes courses at the La Quinta Hotel and Resort. Mr. Miller's passion is his longstanding involvement with local and regional civic and nonprofit organizations. He is a board member for the ABC Recovery Center, Boys and Girls Club of Coachella Valley, Desert Art, and also active with the Women's Club of India, Ronald McDonald House, Fine Food Bank, Veterans of Foreign Wars Indio, American Legion Indio, and Coachella Valley Rescue Mission. During Mayor Miller's last 12 years on the Indio City Council, he has donated back his entire city council salary to various charitable and civic organizations throughout the Coachella Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce Mayor Glenn Miller.
I want to thank you all for watching and investing your time into learning more about what we've been up to over the last year in Indio. I want to thank Fantasy Springs for hosting us today and introduce my fellow council members, Mayor Pro Tem Elaine Holmes, Council Member Lupe Ramos Amit, Council Member Wayman Furman, and Council Member Oscar Ortiz, and our City Manager, Mr. Mark Scott. Today is more than our state of the city for 2020. It's about where we are now, what we have achieved over 90 years, and how we are positioned for the next 90 years. We often refer to our roots as a railroad town. We're reflecting on our history like so many dots on the map, where we're a stopping point from here to there. It was those people who believed in Indio, who saw something here we're stopping for, that gave us life and brought us continued prosperity to the Coachella Valley. Because of those people, we went from a dot on the map to the eastern seat of Riverside County, the nexus of education, justice, and jobs in the Coachella Valley. Many generations later, it's the same type of people who continue to invest in Indio. Even in a pandemic, Indio proves our resilience, our ability to pivot, to diversify and dig deep beyond the city of festivals to the city of opportunities. Since March, we've looked out for each other, others' health and prosperity with renewed intensity. That means recognizing how jobs and employment can lift us all up. Just over 2 weeks ago, we got to see all this play out as the long-awaited retail investment in Indio opened.
My name is Cesar Gonzalez, and I'm the Director of Operations for Vallarta Supermarkets. Vallarta Supermarkets, family-owned and operated since 1985. Through hard work, perseverance, and sacrifice, we were able to grow the company to what it is today. Indio was interesting. We were looking for a thriving and growing city, and that's exactly what we found. We saw the demographics, we saw the growth plan. It was just a perfect match, to be quite honest. Basically, we have our center store, which is grocery, deli, frozen, dairy, and you'll find the items and itemization that you find in any conventional grocery store with a little bit of a Hispanic twist. Where the fun really starts is our perimeter departments. In our juice bar, produce department, full service meat department, seafood with our 12 ceviches, cremeria, dulceria, which is a Mexican candy shop. Then in the food court, you'll find a tortilleria where we make fresh tortillas every single day. Our fresh bakery, we make Mexican sweet bread every day, and our full service kitchen. What makes this one extra special is the bar that is the first of its kind in any of our stores. We have a dine-in and full service bar. When our customers are done with their shopping and leave the store, we want them to leave with a memorable and happy experience that they can share with their family and friends, and not be the same experience that they would experience at any other grocery store. We're really excited to be a part of the Indio community, and we welcome everybody. Come join us and see what everybody's talking about.
We are continuing to invest in our economy in Indio. That doesn't just mean retail or brick and mortar buildings. Can't wait to get back inside. It means educating our children here at home so they will stay invested in a place where they grew up. It means putting money into our local schools. Indio is the only Coachella Valley city with 3 high schools, all either newly built or newly renovated. We're also home to the only law school in Riverside County, and we are using tax dollars wisely, reinvesting in essential services of local government to provide for our growing city, giving you smoother roads to get to school or work, putting in new crosswalk timers, and creating a long overdue public safety campus with the tools and resources our first responders need and deserve to protect and provide for our city.
Take a look and you put a bullseye in the center of the Coachella Valley. Indio and its commercial zone is right in the center of the valley. Indio Marketplace is the family-friendly core and center or heart of Indio. It's a lifestyle type center with lots of exciting places, lots of good eating places and entertaining places. So it could be or should be, we believe, the place that everybody's going to want to go. It's got to be a spark that lights the fire of construction and development in all of Indio.
it's wonderful to work in a city like Indio. They recognize the importance of public safety to the citizens, and they support us through funding and the opportunity to develop projects like the Public Safety Center to enhance not just today's public safety, but really what we're looking at is 50 years of public safety for the future of what Indio is growing to become.
Indio is a very special place. One of the primary things that attracted me was that strong community policing element, sort of a Midwest hospitality feel, just being out and about, something you don't really get in a major city. Certainly, it's going to benefit us to have a nicer facility.
Part of staying strong during a pandemic is also recognizing that everyone's experience has been different. Part of our commitment and responsibility as a city has been to recognize the needs of those who live and work here. We couldn't always reach out a hand, literally, but we want our residents to know we are watching out for them. Their health and welfare is always our number one priority.
The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic has touched everyone, from essential workers and healthcare providers, small businesses struggling to stay afloat, to people who have lost jobs and are experiencing financial hardship. All the while, the City of Indio has been committed to helping where it can by way of giving back to the community. Through the Community Development Block Grant Program and the CARES Act, the city has been able to provide more than $2 million to a variety of organizations dealing with issues directly brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. Martha's Village and Kitchen and the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission each received funding for their emergency services, and so did Find Food Bank.
The City of Indio provided to Find, in order to support our COVID-19 pandemic efforts, almost $67,000 this year to ensure that the community of people that are food insecure in the City of Indio always knew that they had a place to go to be able to receive food.
The donation enabled Find to add more food distribution sites in the city and increase their frequency.
Right now, for Find Food Bank in the City of Indio, we've actually distributed over 3.3 million meals in the City of Indio alone over the last 12 months. But you can see probably about 40% of that was done just in the last 4 months to 5 months alone because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
At JFK Memorial Hospital, the needs were urgent. Additional infrastructure was required to accommodate COVID-related equipment storage. The city donated trailers, which are now being used on site to house extra medical supplies. Pandemic-spurred job loss caused many Indio residents to face eviction or foreclosure. Grant money was given to various agencies, which in turn are providing ongoing free civil legal services to residents to ensure their rights are protected. Further protections have come in the form of necessary supplies. The city has given out thousands of care packages to seniors and has purchased more than $100,000 in PPE, now being distributed to businesses and nonprofits to ensure they can reopen and operate safely. Public infrastructure and services for residents have always been a focus in Indio, and during unprecedented times, they became the priority.
When we talk about luck, I would have to say that Find Food Bank's actually really lucky to be able to have so many supporters in the community. City of Indio has been amazing, being partners with us and making sure that citizens of the City of Indio are being taken care of.
We have never needed organizations like Fine Food Bank, the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission, and Martha's Village and Kitchen as much as we have now. And Indio is proud to be their home. Indio always rises to the challenge. It's in our DNA. This is what Indio is all about. The story of Indio can be told much like an iconic Western. Its roots run deep. We don't just celebrate our past here. We look to it for inspiration as we move forward and continue to strengthen our community for the generations to come. It has been 90 years since we incorporated, but our story began well before that.
It was 1876 when the Southern Pacific Railroad first brought our city to life. That was truly the start of this place. A depot station and hotel went in on what is now Indio Boulevard and Jackson Street. A fine dining room with Friday entertainment kept workers happy during their downtime out of the warm sun. I am Gloria Franz, board trustee for the Coachella Valley History Museum, and I was born in Indio.
At the turn of the 20th century, Indio evolved into a major agricultural region. Farmers were smart. They took advantage of all the open space here, and of course, the year-round growing season. There wasn't much they couldn't grow, from bell peppers to table grapes and citrus to leafy greens.
1904 was a big year for Indio. USDA scientists began researching date cultivation. Imported date palm offshoots from Egypt and the Persian Gulf were thriving. Crop production grew from 100,000 pounds in 1919 to 1 million pounds 8 years later. It was the expansion of the date industry that evolved Indio from a small train depot to an agricultural powerhouse and then provided the opportunity for so much more.
My parents came to Indio in 1928. My dad came to work in the dates during the winter harvest. My family stayed here and I grew up on a date ranch. I'm Constance, known as Connie Callan, and I spent my growing up time on the ranch. In 1930, when I was born, was when Indio became a city.
On May 16, 1930, Indio was the first city in the Coachella Valley to be incorporated. By this time, it was a great place to live. Our population was increasing, schools were being built, medical facilities were going up. We were on the map, so to speak.
The date has been our enduring symbol of our culture and prosperity. 1947 was the year of Indio's first official date festival, where our most beloved fruit was celebrated.
The date festival was so exciting with all the rides and the exhibits and the families that you knew everybody that was there. I would attend the date festival every year with my family. Oh yes, we wouldn't miss it for anything. The fair was a big thing. So Indio is now a real city of festivals. We have a Coachella Fest, the Stagecoach, the Tamale Fest. We're certainly not little anymore.
Well, what stands out the most about growing up in Indio for me is that there was always that sense of community and knowing everyone. It reminds me of the old television show, The Waltons. No matter how big the city of Indio has grown over the years, we've always maintained that close-knit family connection. You know your neighbors, you know everyone.
Indio has a very big heartbeat. We are one of the fastest growing cities in the country and the 8th fastest growing city in California. From retail to residential, hospitality, and healthcare, we continue to grow our services. Our eye always on progress and our focus on how we can enhance all areas of community life. From our teens to our seniors, there are incredible service on both ends of the spectrum.
I'm Derek Lawson, and I'm the proud principal of Indio High School. I grew up here in Indio, and I went all the way through school here. And since 1985, I've been an educator guiding students in elementary, middle, and now in high school. Why? Part of that choice to stay here was the nostalgia that comes from having someone touch your life in a way that changes it for the better and wanting to pay that back to the community in some way. I had teachers that did that for me. Each of our 3 public high schools here in Indio offers a variety of career technical pathways, such as the agricultural connections, medical professions, auto and HVAC, film and broadcast, engineering, and aviation. It is impressive.
We're really happy to see the growth of the College of the Desert Indio campus here in downtown.
We're glad that it's enabling more people in our valley to pursue a higher level of education here locally. We've seen constant growth of the campus since it opened in 2014, and its current expansion is set to finish in 2023. This expansion will more than double the current size of the campus with an additional 67,000 square feet of instructional space. This expanded campus will be able to serve more than 8,000 students every semester, providing even more opportunities for our community to advance their education.
I'm John Patrick Dolan, Dean of the California Desert Trial Academy College of Law. We started the California Desert Trial Academy College of Law in Indio in 2012. Before that time, students who aspired to go to law school had to leave the area. That's not the case anymore. It's the only law school in the country dedicated to trial advocacy, where students can earn a 4-year degree, a doctorate degree, and it's working. They learn what they learn in courtrooms so that they're prepared to be advocates from the get-go. We've graduated 26 students with doctorate degrees, and 55% have passed the California State Bar.
It is the low cost of living combined with outstanding schools, ample parks, and public safety services that are nationally recognized for innovation. It's the visionary, hardworking, and progressive values of our leaders past and present that have shaped Indio from the start.
Growing up here in Indio, I was surrounded by people who took the time to know my name. No matter how fast the city of Indio has grown over the past 5+ decades of my life here, never once have I been lost in that fast lane shuffle. I love how no matter where I went, both then and now, I would hear my name being called and get away from someone.
It's our cherished community with a spirit reminiscent of the pioneers who settled here a century ago. It's the families that are proud to call Indio home. Those running the small businesses, the big companies, and farms from the land that was once just a train depot. It is all of this together that builds our foundation and the future.
What is Indio's legacy? What will people remember?
What stories are they going to pass on?
I think fortitude and strength.
I think community, resolve,
Patience, determination.
The same things our city started with are the core principles which have helped Indio evolve into what it is today and what it will be tomorrow. Those aren't just words, they are the very fabric of our diverse city. They are Indio's legacy. Thank you to the amazing staff at the City of Indio, who have worked long hours and worked through tough times, all because they believe in what they are doing. Thank you to the Greater Coachella Valley Chamber of Commerce. They have continued to support and uplift our businesses in ways they never expected to do. Thank you to our residents for continuing to support our business community. Thank you to those who work in public safety, who are our first line of response. Thanks for watching the State of the City and Indio itself. There's so much in the works. Keep an eye on downtown as we finalize deals to bring a food truck and arts and music park to Miles Avenue next month. We're also working towards a residential and commercial project with a restaurant and housing to an up-and-coming neighborhood across from the College of the Desert. We will always remember 2020 because it tested us, tore at us, and showed us how strong we are together. Happy birthday, Indio. Stay safe and keep your eyes on Indio.